Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Today we are going to be talking about how to use ChatGPT to help write documentation. Now most of us have already seen ChatGPT and other AI tools create documentation. It's like magic, I love it. But today I want to show you one way to act with ChatGPT in an iterative fashion so that you can actually get through documentation one chunk at a time versus having it create everything for you all at once. So here is what I have to do. I've actually been asked to create a set of knowledge articles to help train people on agile methodologies and best practices. Now I could go ahead and write something up with what I know inside my brain, or take notes and copy different things that I research online and put things together, and that would be perfectly fine. However, I don't necessarily have the luxury of time to do the research and everything that needs to be done to create documentation like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use ChatGPT. So let me show you what I've got. Right here I have my page, Agile Methodology and Best Practices, and I am going to go into ChatGPT and I'm going to have it work with me like a research assistant. So think about it like this. I'm going to basically go back and forth with ChatGPT to help me create each section of my page one chunk at a time. What this allows me to do is this allows me to control what content I'm creating so that I can have it more refined versus having ChatGPT just create me an entire page, which may or may not be what I'm exactly looking for. So what I want to do is I want to give you my initial prompt, which I've just copied and pasted. Nope. Let's see here. I'm going to go back, copy my prompt, and then we'll talk about it. So I have this prompt, and it's basically, I start off by telling ChatGPT what its instructions are. So I tell it, you are an educator and you're a technical trainer and an expert in agile methodologies and best practices for distributed global organizations. So I wanted to be very clear about what information I want it to pull from and the who the information is for. Then I tell it, you're acting like a research assistant, which will help me create my document in an iterative fashion. This sentence right here is what tells ChatGPT that we don't want it to create everything all at once. Instead, we want to do it piece by piece by piece. So now I'm going to go ahead and submit that command, and it's going to say, great, let me help you. So right here it says, where would you like to begin? Do you have an outline or specific topic in mind, or shall we start with a brainstorming of structure and content? So let me just show you what it looks like if you do the brainstorming, and then let me show you what it looks like when you actually already have something in mind. So let's start with the brainstorming. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to talk to it just like I would a normal person. And I'm going to say, let's start with some brainstorming. Please give me an outline that would effectively, not efficiently, effectively, let's effectively train someone who is new to Agile methodology. So we want it to effectively train somebody who's new to Agile methodology and someone who is unfamiliar with the core concepts. Also, please write this in easy to understand terms. Easy to understand words. Okay, so now I'm just going to ask it to help me create that outline, and here we go. It's going to create the high-level outline. From here, once it's done doing its magic, what I want to do is I want to go through it, take a look at it, see if this actually fits from what my needs are, and let me just take a quick look. We're going to start with an intro. We're going to help them understand the why. Then what is it, and then the core principles, and then the key concepts. That sounds good. We've got agile frameworks. Oh, this is perfect. I do want to get into that. Roles and responsibilities. Perfect. Ceremonies. How it works. And a hands-on activity to try it out. Common challenges. Tools and support. Wow, this is really, really in depth. And just so you guys know, I'm doing this live, so I've not actually seen this before. So what you see is the same thing that I see for the first time. This looks really, really nice. What I don't think I need though is I don't think I'm going to need the hands-on, only because for my purpose, we're not going to really have anything for them to use to do this hands-on. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that I want to start with the introduction. So now I'm going to say, great, can you write up section 1, welcome and introduction. And so something to note was when you are talking to ChatGPT or any of the AI tools for that matter, the more specific you are, the better. You don't have to necessarily always use all the fancy tags and stuff like that, but they are helpful. What you don't want to do is give it 2 or 3 words and hope that it figures out what you're thinking, because that's not really a likely scenario. Just like you wouldn't go to another person and give them 3 words and then hope that they can read your mind, you wouldn't do the same thing with AI. As much as we would love that, it just doesn't work that way. So now that I've asked it to write up section 1, let's see, Agile best practices, what you'll learn. This is fantastic. How we'll learn. All right, and then let's dive in. Feel free to share your answer with the group. So the only thing, it says, would you like this adjusted further or proceed to draft another part? I'm going to ask it to make this part shorter because it's got too much text. So please shorten this and change the tone for someone who is studying the content offline. So as I read it, I realized that they were really making it for more of a classroom environment, and this is not really the intent of what my documentation is going to be. So I just asked it to change it so that it's more self-paced and something that somebody could go through on their own. From here, it has gone ahead and simplified things, which is great. From this point, I could easily just go ahead and copy what I want. I don't want the let's get started, but let's go ahead and take this content and we'll paste it in here. And now I'm getting started. So from here, I could go ahead and publish this. In fact, what I could do is create a table of contents. So what I'm doing here is I'm using this as an intro page, and then I'm going to create a table of contents that shows the rest of the content on other pages. Just makes it visually more appealing. So I'm going to go ahead and publish this. And let's get started on the second page. So I'm going to go ahead and create one more page. And let's leave it untitled for now. Let's go back. Now that we've finished the welcome and introduction, let's see what the second part is what is Agile. Okay, so now I'm not going to go through every section because you'll get the gist of this as we go. But now I'm going to say thank you. Now let's move to the second section and let's see what it comes up with. So now it automatically knows, because it gave me what the second section is, what is Agile, and now it's writing things up. So from here, I will basically do what I did earlier. I'll take a scan, see if I like it, ask it to modify if I need it to modify. Then I'm going to take this content and I'm going to paste it back into my page. The thing about having ChatGPT write for you is there's a couple things that you need to consider. Something like Agile methodology, that's a pretty a big topic area. There's a lot of content on it. It's very general, and so it's likely that ChatGPT is going to get most of this content correct. But what you always want to do is don't ever strictly rely on any AI tool to just do all the work for you. This is supposed to be a tool to help assist you, much like spell check. It's there to help assist you. It's not there to write for you. It's just there to help you out. Same thing with these AI tools. They are there to help you out. It still is going to take you participating and really having an idea in your head of what you want. It's also a good way of just getting a draft together, right? So you could get this drafted, come back in and proofread it, and then send it off to others for their feedback and commentary. So with that, I hope that you found this video helpful. Please take advantage of these tools, as they are so great at quickly getting information out and into your audience's hands without having to spend a lot of time and effort thinking through and getting into the whole writing flow. So anyways, I hope that you like this video. And if you have other things that you would love to test out with AI, please let me know. Shoot me a message. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Talk to you next time. Bye.